afternoon, viewers. Hope everything is good. And today, we are going to talk about something interesting. But the funny thing about this interview is I feel like I've come of age. Having an interaction with one of my young persons that, are they still young? No.
Yeah, a bit mature now.
A bit mature now.
Yeah.
But you never cease being young, because now I'm the adult. You'll forever be young. He's going to be sharing with us his experience, the journey from high school to university. How has it been for him? Where is he studying from? What course is he doing? Is he missing out on coursework? Is he part of the YOLO group? You only live once. If I die, I die. So he's going to be giving us an insight into his life, his experience studying abroad, what exactly it means, how is he moving forward. Is he saying, I'd rather come back home and stay home? What does it mean, being away from parents? What does it mean, planning for £500 a month? What does it mean, staying alone and you have to clean after yourself? It's a male child, so half of the time they don't have the life skills, they don't know how to cook, things have to be done by someone else.
That's very big accusations.
Passively, is he cohabiting because he needs someone to cook and do the laundry? So that is us today. We are going to be sharing his experience. I don't need to talk a lot, and I think we are going to delve into that now. You're most welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rugumaya Hashim Amir. 20 years of age, and I graduated high school 2 years ago. I did my A-levels Galaxy International School. That's where I met Miss Julie. She was my counselor. She played a very big role in where I am now because she gave me a lot of life advice and picked me up like where I fell short.
Okay, that's a selling point for me. Girls have had.
Yeah, if you ever need any help and life advice, get in touch with Miss Julie. Currently, I study in the University of Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire is a small town outside central London, about 20 minutes. I'm in my second year of my undergraduate course, and I do mechanical engineering. What was the transition like going from high school to university? It's a really big change and a really big step. Being from where we're from in Uganda, our parents kind of like handhold us till the very end, give us everything that we need.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on how you look at it, really. I think in terms of, there's a lot of love and affection that comes from it. But I think sometimes, if not treated properly, you tend to fall behind. And then when you have to go and live by yourself, it can be a bit challenging. Well, for me, I think the way I was advantaged is that I did secondary school for a lot of my years. So I was away from home, and I kind of had to learn how to do things myself and take care of myself. So the transition for me was not in terms, like difficult in terms of taking care of myself. It was the cultural shock.
That's a major one. We are going to talk about it extensively. Uganda, this respect, this is what it means. You have to greet anyone that you meet, and then you're going somewhere where you say hello to someone and they're like, don't you have things to do? Like, where are your goals? Why even greeting me? I'm not here for that. So what is it about the culture shock? What shocked you the most?
What shocked me the most? Let's see. Okay. I feel like what shocked me the most was just how differently people carry themselves. in the United Kingdom compared to Kampala. Everyone is so out there. Hey, hello, how you doing? You okay? Whereas in Kampala, you may go say, hey, hello, and someone's like, what do you want? Which is not really a bad thing, but it's just, I feel like people are a lot more expressive outside. Another thing that really shocked me was the climate. Here we have a lot of good weather, sunny weather. People complain that it's hot, but I promise you, it's much better than being in that cold. But it's something you get used to anyway. It's just something that shocked me when I got there the first time. Obviously the size of the schools are way, way, way bigger. Interaction becomes different because now you're in a place where you don't know anyone, and it's very easy for you to become lonely or feel like you have no one to talk to. So you really have to be an outgoing character or just push yourself out of your comfort zone to go and kind of find your people. And when I say find your people, like the right people, because at the end of the day, you did leave to go and study and work for your future. So all that kind of stuff is just stuff you have to learn, because even I feel like when I was here, my parents picked a lot of my friends or the people who they thought were good to be around me. But now there you're on your own and you have to make smart decisions for yourself. So I think the big leap from being taken care of and being fully independent is just something that I really had to take time to adjust and think about, so that I did it the right way and didn't fall into bad ways.
Now, Hashim, you've shared the elements of culture shock you experienced, what it means to do the work, and all these things. When you left this country, I believe you had experienced two types of education systems: the local curriculum and then the Cambridge international curriculum. And then when you moved to the UK, you also learned that the education system is very different. Now, in comparison of all these things that you've been able to experience, what is it about you that has changed in regards to education? And then also, what elements of you would you give us as your personal growth journey, having been able to experience all these three types of education systems?
Well, I have to say, going to study abroad has impacted me in many different ways I never would have thought. I think the exposure to different cultures, different techniques of teaching, different ways of learning, it's an experience I'm very, very grateful for, because I can definitely see the change from the person I was 2 years ago to the person I am now.
I can also tell. So if I asked you just in about 5 words, how would you describe Hashim now, based on that experience?
Well, I have to say, Hashim is open-minded.
1.
Hashim is self-driven. Hashim's compassionate.
Ooh, okay.
Hashim's hardworking.
Yeah, though he's been, though.
The last one, let me make this one count. Hashim is respectful, because interacting with a lot of different people has taught me that in our differences, we still, like, there's a way for us to find common ground. So, but that comes with, like, appreciating a lot of people's cultures, appreciating the people's different journeys that they've taken to get to where they are. And that has taught me to kind of respect everyone and everyone's journey, whatever everyone's working towards, because at the end of the day, they all put in a different amount of work to get to where they are. So that would be the last one I could describe myself with.
Okay. Quite interesting. And I like that you're now fully aware of who you are as an individual, because self-awareness is also very key. Let's talk about the loneliness. When you're back home, you're surrounded by family, your siblings, the friends. They're just a call away, and then you're saying, today we are doing KFC, or today we are going swimming, and things like that. And then here you are in your room, you don't know anyone, and then you just wish, like, can I just get on that plane and go back home? And for certain instances, I've seen people get into a depression because they don't know where to go. So as Hashim, have you been able to handle that? Have you been able to tame the feelings of, I don't think I belong here, I don't want to be here, I want to be surrounded by people that I love, I want to be surrounded by people that care about me? How have you been able to manage that?
Well, for me, I feel like the first and foremost thing that I always kept to the front of my head was, because I know how hard I worked to get there and to reach that point. Mm-hmm. So I always had to remind myself, like, I have to figure it out, I have to make it work. Mm-hmm. That had to be the first thing. Mm. The second thing, funnily enough, is that the people from my high school, I ended up applying to the same university as them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know till I got there. So that one also kind of helped me. Mm. Another thing that I do advise, obviously if you're not applying with people you know, is I found it easy to relate to people that share the same interests and hobbies as me. So the first thing I did when I got there was join the societies where I found interesting, join the sports and hobbies where I found interesting. And that's where I found a lot of like-minded people, a lot of people that share the same interests as me. Mm-hmm. And I also feel, in terms of loneliness, keeping in touch with your parents and the people you left back home, being open about situations, because sometimes we may fear to tell our parents things, but it's okay to tell someone that I'm lonely, like I don't feel well. They'll help you in the way that they can, as much as they can. So that type of communication is very important when you're outside and away from home. Mm-hmm. So it will help you not fall into that depression kind of stage. I also think something that affects people a lot is because sunny weather is very good for your mental health, I think. Not to say that the country's weather is really bad, but it gets dark and it can seem quite gloomy sometimes. But just taking care of your energy, doing things that you like makes it a lot more bearable, and you start to get involved into the culture and be okay with living outside there. So those were the things that I did that kind of helped me not fall into the depression stage and kept me going till now.
Mechanical engineering. All the time when you're going through school, they're telling you most of these courses are very demanding. The engineering, the medicinal courses, things that are science oriented. The first thing they tell you, like, it's really, really demanding. 2 years down the road, how have you been able to meet the ideal elements required by this course? Because I'm asking this because half of the time when you're going through high school, you know you're supposed to do it. But then there's also pressure from all the different elements. The teachers are saying, I want you to sit here and get this work done. I want you to be in this place at this point. But then university is an element of, have this book, go do the research, I'll see you next week. And when you come next week, you're doing a test. So how have you been able to put yourself together for these 2 years without someone pushing you to say, please, can you submit your work today? Please, I need you to sit here and get this coursework done.
Well, my former high school kind of, I think, started to build that independent study culture in me. Because the teachers did used to kind of like, oh, have you not done your work? Have you not done your work? But I think I understood early on that at the end of the day, like, it's your life. You are working towards something. Much as someone may want you to get somewhere, it's you that has to put in the work to get to that point. So obviously when I got there, actually before I get to that, I think I really advise doing something that you're confident in and something that you choose for yourself and be like, yes, this is what I'm doing. Because the workload is a lot, I will not lie, and it's easy to get demotivated if it's not something you really want for yourself. But for me, I always believed that I can do it, that I'm able to do it. So also, I learned a lot of good habits from my old school, like making friends with the lecturers, making friends with the people in your course. That kind of helped me learn different ways of studying. And even when I didn't feel like studying, I had friends who'd remind me, oh yeah, we have a test going on. Have you prepped for this? Are you ready for the test? And I think it comes with a lot of self-belief and knowing that regardless of if it's hard, I'm gonna do it at the end of the day. I feel like nothing in life comes easy. You just have to pick your struggle and then stick to it.
Yeah, the key word is pick your struggle. You've gone through all these things. Big major question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, in the next 5 years, I graduate next year.
Yeah, am I invited?
Sure.
Okay.
I graduate next year and I do plan on practicing my course because I'd hate to have studied something that was very demanding and not be able to practice it. So in the next 5 years, I see myself working in a good engineering company, practicing what I love and what I've struggled for. I don't know if I'm gonna have anyone involved in my life just yet.
I like that you don't know, you're not yet sure.
Because you really don't know, like plans can change. But from when I see myself, I do see myself working for an engineering company, having a stable income, like where I'm able to provide for myself and provide a little bit for my siblings and help my parents out as much as I can. But yeah.
I'm scared. As Hashim, your closing remarks, what do you want to tell that person out there? What would you tell that young person? Results came out last week, and there's a lot of, I lost out on the medicine course, I am gone.
For me, the best thing I can say if my younger sibling was struggling with the same thing, self-belief comes first, because at the end of the day, the life is yours, and the difference between successful people and people that may not reach where they thought they would have reached is that one risk, is maybe just that one risk that may open for you a door in your life that you never thought you'd reach. So if you're torn between, am I gonna make this decision, am I not gonna make this decision, you know yourself the best. No one can explain to you how you know yourself. So take that risk if you think it's the risk that's gonna put you somewhere. Stick to it. Make sure you believe in it, believe in yourself, and just keep working hard. Like I said, nothing is easy. It's not gonna come easily, but working hard is something that builds character and helps you become what you're aspiring to be in the future. So yeah, those are my closing remarks.
Working hard builds character. Nothing comes easy. Consistency is key. If you have to get somewhere, figure out yourself. What do you want for yourself? You're not doing this for your parents. You're not doing it for anyone else. They're only a support system. So choose your struggle. Stick to it. Take the risk. No one has ever been successful without taking a risk. Thank you so much, Hashim, for your time.
Thank you for
and
having me.
gracing an active study link with your presence. I hope to attend that graduation. I'm literally forcefully inviting myself.
I'm going to give you the date. If
I've got to be here. I need to be there. But thank you so much. I would say I'm very proud of you. You've walked a journey, and yeah, the best I can say is I wish you all the best. You're already making me proud as, I should say, a teacher. Teacher, mother, all those things. You're making me proud, and all the best. Thank you so much for granting us this interview. I'll see you around next time.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Yeah.